I just wanted to do a very quick video just to show a bit of a rookie mistake with the Aubiose. So I did my 3-week take out of the wet last week, and basically I didn't put another bale down because I thought I had enough. Big rookie mistake, because what happened was horse came in, decided to have a bit of a party, and basically kicked up the base. So what happened was, you can't really see, this side where it's he doesn't obviously lie down and scuff his feet, is absolutely fine, has started capping off the wet underneath, forming a nice layer, clean dry layer on the top. So he has 2 little wet patches, one over there and one over here, which you'll have probably seen in my previous videos. And what's happened is I didn't make the bed deep enough. Now, which is fine if you want to do a daily muck out and want to take the wet out daily, but I don't. I do a semi-litter on mine, so I take the wet out between 2 and 3 weeks. Depending on when they're staying in. Obviously they're out a little bit longer during the day now as it's coming to summer. So at the moment what's happened, he's had a little party in this corner. We've got no bed here where I'm standing, where he's obviously scuffed up to the bottom, and beside it a little mound of wet, stinky wet. Now, his next door neighbour has a compromised respiratory system, so if this was his neighbour he would be coughing like anything. And to be perfectly honest, stood here with the summer, you know, it's not too bad as far as heat today outside, it's quite a mild day, but this is still quite stinky, so I am going to have to take it up, but it's still only this little ridge, so it is only a forkful, and as you can see, the Aubiose forms a nice compact layer of wet, and the wet will soak into that as it goes through the bed, and then will form a nice dry layer on top. But because I stupidly didn't put an extra bale in, or well, half a bale in last week, unfortunately what's happened is where he's dug this up, he's also dug the wet up, so it's not had chance to form a nice flat layer, and where he's dug it up each day I've just been basically trying to scrape it back down again, but all I've done is formed a ridge, and the wet is just, you know, basically needs to come out a good couple of weeks earlier than it would normally. And also the other thing is, this horse, as you'll have seen from my previous videos, likes to mix its poop into the bed, which is great because it makes him a clean horse, as in I don't get poo stains on him a lot. But because I haven't made this bed deep enough for this week, I've taken more actually out. So where he normally digs into the top layer, where there hasn't really been a top layer, it's more sort of been like a middle under layer where there's not been a thick enough bed. He's obviously just scuffed everything up, and it's been harder to separate out the poop. Just taken me a little bit longer, and although this is still only 2 beds worth, that's him and his next door neighbour, normally I get nothing like this in a wheelbarrow during a day. So as you can see, I've ended up taking out quite a bit more of the layer which I didn't want to come out. So just going to scoop this wet patch out early, cover it all back up again, and make sure I've got a decent bale layer on top, and I certainly will not be putting in my half bale next week because I don't want this to happen again. But anyway, good to show you a good rookie error. If you are going to have a semi-litter system, make sure your bed's deep enough, make sure you've got the lower level that's soaking the wet, the middle level where the wet's going through, and the top level that caps it all off that's nice and dry. So make sure you've got a deep enough bed. Obviously if you're mucking out on a daily basis and you want to take the wet out on a daily basis, not a problem, you can have it as thin or thick as you like. But if you are having a semi-litter system like I am, just make sure your bed's deep enough. That's me for now. I shall see you in my next update. Bye.